ready to go. Well, hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. Welcome. What are we doing today? Well, as you might be able to guess, we are continuing on the build of this little girl right here. This lovely little lady. This is the Strike Rouge, Master Grade by Bandai. But this particular one also has the Ootori, which I have kind of started to assemble, but we're going to continue on. Let's see, when we finished last time, I had completed her except for her shield and her energy rifle. Okay, these are very simple, just like 4 pieces, snap them together and it's done. Shield, typical Gundam shield. You got the white base, the black goes on there, and then you got a couple of little accent pieces, and you're done. Not much to it, really. Nice little hand grip. It's got a little piece on the back here that actually goes into a hole in her elbow, and you can do it on, there's one on each side, so you can do it, have the shield in her left hand or her right, whichever you should choose. What I do like, in comparison, this guy to my RX-78-2 version 3.0 that I built, humongous improvement in my opinion on how the shield attaches compared to that one. Her fist actually has a little piece that sticks out in the middle there that goes into the slot right there on the handle for the shield. If I get this in the right angle, you can see that piece there. So it actually locks in there really nice. And not to mention actually having the piece on the back that will keep it on her elbow, so you can move her arm around and the shield ain't going nowhere. And I really like that, because on that RX-78 there's nothing like that. The shield just kind of barely holds on, and it's a piece of crap in my opinion. I battled with that thing to try, and every time I try and position his arm, the shield fall on the floor and just drove me crazy. Anyway. So with that, I completed the shield. I did the panel lines on her also. You might notice the panel lines being a little bit more distinct. Let me get my nice blank piece of cardboard here to try and get this camera to focus in a more timely manner when I hold this up. If I do this, maybe it'll focus nice and fast. So you might be able to see some of the panel lines a little bit more distinct than before. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, kind of gets washed out. What if I turn my light off? Now she's super dark. Yeah, I guess in the darker light you can see the panel lines a little better on the white. But yeah, so what I did for the panel lines, pretty simple. I used the Tamiya. I used this is, when I originally bought this, it was just gray, but I actually added some black to it and made it a little bit darker gray, so it's not quite the same gray that it was. I realized a couple of months after doing that, my local hobby store finally got some more stock in, and then I realized, hey, Tamiya actually makes a dark gray. So whatever. So I'm going to just turn her around so you guys can look at her nice. We are going to start working on the Ootori. That's this thing right here. Okay? The backpack, basically. Backpack and extra weapons. So I started assembling this thing. So I went through this step and this step here, and that's it. So then I come up with this guy. Okay. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work out, but this does slide out and then can rotate down like that. I don't know what purpose it's going to wind up being yet. And then it snaps back into place. And that's that. There's not much to it. Just a few pieces here and there. So we get to almost the last page. I don't know why they did that with the book, but we've got to start here. And in doing so, I need some pieces. I need N and P and R, NPR. This is N. Let's get my things going here. This is Q. And this is M. And this is R. There's O. B. I'm looking for P. That's R. E. Oh, there's P. P is probably the only one that we've yet to take anything off of. It's still fresh and new. But anyway, so what do I need anyway? I need N8, N7 and 8, and P14. Well, I got P in my hand. I got P in my hand already. So unlike the rest of this kit, these are actually white. I don't know if the camera will really, if you'll be able to tell on the camera the distinction. No, you can't really, just looking at the screen. So this is white, but the rest of her is a extremely light pink, like much lighter than the pink on her horns here or her feet. It's an almost white, but there's just a little hint of pink in it. Okay, so that's the P. I need N, 7 and 8. They look like fairly sized ones, so it's probably on here. I think what I'm going to do, before I really get into this, I'm going to change my glasses so that I don't have to keep changing and swapping out over and over. There we go. Alright, 7 and 8. That's these guys. Those, okay, and I need R13. It's M R R13 right here. All right, let's clean them up. Just looking at how this thing's all going to pan out and come together, this Ootori looks fragile. All these wings and everything sticking out everywhere. Looks like it's going to be a fairly fragile unit. Of course, I have no idea. Bandai typically is pretty sturdy stuff, right? You don't really have to worry too much about it being fragile and breaking or whatever. At least that's been my experience. I'm sure there are some Bandai kits out there that have some pretty fragile parts to them. I just haven't encountered any yet. Okay. So how do these go together? We're going to take these two guys and this guy, and it goes in a certain direction that they're pointing out to me. This, I guess. And then this guy goes like this. All right. So we got a nice knife blade of some sort. And then it goes on here. Click in. Ah, yeah, there we go. What a weird tail fin. And then we need R, 7, and 8. Oh, we got decals that are supposed to go on there too. This is not R. Oh, yes, it is. 7 and 8. Actually came out pretty clean. Alright, and so they just go on the bottom here. There's a left and a right. They got little notches in them to distinguish that. I do have it correct. There we go. Once you find the hole, it goes in pretty easy. If that's supposed to be landing gear, that's crazy. I'm sure it's not, but... Okay, so now we got a bunch more stuff off of the R tree. R 1, 3, 4, and 5. And 4 and 5. And 5. There we go. Okay, I'm going to keep this because I'm going to need more of them off that same tree. All right, getting there. We're getting there. I am starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel with this kit. Of course, only got 3 pages to go. And then it'll just be the decals to finish it off. Now, I have seen some guys on YouTube assembling this kit and not putting any of the decals on at all. And it looks perfectly fine. So this one goes here. That. And then you take this one. This goes on the top of it. Oh, I gotta clean that up. And then this goes here. No. I have to have this in the right direction. It's like this. Okay. And then this is going to go here like this. Okay. So we got that. So now we got to build the one for this side. And we're going to do 1, 2, 4, and 6. There's 2. 4, and then 6. Okay. Now I'm not really doing a fantastic job at getting rid of my nub marks for these pieces. And I'm not really sure why I've decided to choose a bit of a lazy route when it comes to this part. I think because this is kind of just on the back and it's not super visible, and so I'm not as concerned about it. And you know what? I don't think that's fair to this thing. It probably should. I should take as much care in assembling this part of her as I did the rest of her. Especially considering these pieces are not fully black. But at the same time, like I said before, on other parts, if there's a part that the nub mark just, you know, it's turned white and it looks terrible, I can kind of get away with hiding it with the panel wash, or the accent color, whatever you want to call it. Just simply by putting the wash on it and basically saying, hey, this just happens to be dirty, and that's where it is. Right, for example, right up top here, there's a little white mark, and it doesn't look too good, and that's going to be right up on top, and it's visible. So of course it doesn't look all that appealing, but at the same time I can just say, hey, why doesn't that want to fit in there? There we go. Helps if I put it in straight, that's why. And this goes on top here, just like that. And then just goes in there. Should press down. It should fit just like the other side. Nub sticking out for some reason. There we go. Okay, so those are done. Now we move on to this. First, let's take a look at the decals they wanted me to put on here. Number 5 and number 6. I'm going to guess that these are off of the little metallic tree. Maybe not. Maybe it is. They're just black. And we want it to go on the fin. Let's take the fin off and take her apart. I'll be doing that with my fingernail. Let's see if I can get this apart. I keep trying to grab different things. I really need to invest in one of those actual tools for pulling the parts apart. It's like a big flat blade with a handle on it to help separate parts. If Gundams are going to be a thing for me, then I should probably invest in one of those. Because this is just not a very efficient way of doing it. Bing! There we go. Okay. So, these decals that they want me to put on here, I mean, I could very easily just paint the thing black on this little section. So there's one of them, and it's just going to go right here. And it just doesn't line up. The decal itself is too big, and if I'd have to trim it here. Maybe it's supposed to fold over, around, that. Let's see what the other side looks like. That's that anyway. Let's get the other one off of here. Okay. And it's got the same story. It just wraps around and wraps over. Okay. I guess I can live with that. It looks alright. Let's put this back on here. There we go. So we've got a little contrasting black part now, right across there. We'll see how long these decals stay on. I don't know what the survivability of them is. There we go. Okay. So does that rotate in there? Oh, it does too. A little bit. We get a little bit of articulation. Okay. So, anyway, so those are on. I might as well keep that out because we've got more decals to put on this next piece. Q7. Q number 7. I think my knife just fell on the floor. Q. I guess my knife did just fall on the floor. Number 7. Okay. There's 2 of them. Yep, times 2. Okay. This one, I am going to take some care in getting rid of the nubs. Just because it seems to be in a spot. I don't want all the nub marks showing everywhere on this, so I think I should take the time to do this properly. Kind of like renovating your house. you're going to take the time to do it, take the time to do it properly. So even if I don't clean them off perfectly, I don't want the white stress marks, especially in the middle of it. There we go. So I'm a little bit disappointed in myself on this gray part because I didn't bother doing this procedure, and I've got a little bit of a white nub mark, and it's visible, and I don't like that. So I wanted to take the time to clean these pieces up nice, so there's no nub marks. Okay, so let's take a look at the decals here. We want decals 14, 15, and 16. These are yellow stripes, and they want them, where do they want them? Along the edge here. So 16 looks like it's going to wrap around. So let's take a look at 14. These are those things that I saw the other guys not bother doing. They just assumed they would not stick, or the permanence of the stickers they had no confidence in them. Okay, so it's got to go that way, so I'm going to change this to that. Oops. So I want to get it lined up right as close to the edge as I can. And minimize the amount of bending I do on it. I don't want to have to manipulate it too much. And I didn't quite get it lined up. That looks a bit better. Just not at the front now. Now, of course, if I was really worried about it being permanent, or if I thought it was going to peel up after a day or two, I could always put some Tamiya thin set glue on there and do that. So then on the other side is number 50. So opposite side is number 50. Trying to make sure I have it lined up. Definitely did a better job on this side. And then they want number 16, and 16 looks like it's going to wrap around. Now, of course, you could just mask this, paint it. Something you so chose to do. I'm going to try putting this on with my hand. Stop rolling away. flow is right, this should just automatically line up. Of course it doesn't. So, because it doesn't line up, I'm going to do this. What are you doing? You just cut it. Yes, I did. So that I can get it to line up better on this side. And this, folks, is why I'm not a huge fan of stickers. So now it doesn't look quite all that good. And of course, they want you to put them over top, and so now you have a nice thick textured line, like you can feel that there's a sticker on top of a sticker. Yeah, visually it looks pretty good from, you know, a couple of feet away, but it's not, yeah, I don't like it. I just don't like it. But now I've done one, I gotta do the other side, otherwise it's gonna look weird. Okay, which side are you? You are this side. Okay, one done. Okay, 2 cents done. Looks like I got something underneath. Oh no, that's a nub mark. Nub mark showing through the decal. Oh well. Can't be perfect. Okay, and we will see how this one lines up. First line it up here. I'm going to guess it's not going to line up. Oh, bad guess. It lined up pretty good. So this one gets to be in one piece. Maybe I learned from the last one, I don't know. It's not 100% perfect, but it's good enough. Good enough. Okay, so with the decals applied, we need N18 and 05. So N is over here. 18 on here? Yes. Okay, learning from the last time I took pieces off of here and visible nub marks, I am not going to do the same. Okay, N18 and 05. Oh, 5. Oh, 5. Here's O. Here's O. Oh, 5. These are wings. All right. So the usual chatters in my chat seem to be quiet today. That's okay. Maybe they're not even watching. It'd be interesting to know the demographic. Like, how many of the people who follow me on YouTube also follow me on Twitch? That'd be interesting. So you guys are watching this on YouTube. Why not check me out on Twitch? First hit that like and the subscribe button to help the YouTube algorithm and to help me. But head on over to my Twitch and follow me on there. Or even head on over to my Instagram and follow my Instagram too. And you get to see the still pictures of all the stuff that I've built. And all that good stuff. And whenever I finish a build, I always upload pictures of it. So everybody gets to see some nice high resolution pictures of the finished product. Somebody mentioned to me a little while ago that I should sell my models that I finished building. I don't honestly think there would be much of a market for them. I don't think people want to buy my models. And maybe it's just me, I don't know. Again, I'm not a professional, so I don't think my kits are professional quality. I mean, okay, so they don't look like an 8-year-old built them, but at the same time, I don't think they're nearly as good as what somebody would expect when they're buying it. So, yeah, I don't think selling models is going to be my thing. Okay, anyway, so let's move on. So we've got this guy here. We need to put, this slides in this. Okay, which unfortunately really exposes the not quite lined up sticker. So I'm going to fix this. I'm not happy with the way this sticker lines up. So as much as it seemed to be a cool thing to have this one piece, it's just not going to work for me. little bit anal about that. I want it to look good. And that looks better. Then we take this piece and do this. And you can still see a bit of the mud marks, so I'm not happy with it. This is my slight OCD kicking in here. So there's one side. So, might as well just put this one on first. Why not? Okay. And just like that. So we've got these two guys. Just like that. Okay. Moving on. Q5 and more decals. Q5. We have 4 number 5s. There's 1. 2. 3. And 4. At some point, I'm going to clean up my desk here at some point in the future, and I'm going to find 100 of these little nubs scattered around in all these little places where they just kind of fling off into oblivion. So I can't remember what build it was, but I watched a guy build a Gundam on YouTube. I don't know, maybe a month ago. I don't know how old the video was. But I watched him build this thing, and he was showing, you know, just almost like a speed build where it's going. He shows him clipping the parts off in a rapid style video where you see him go snip, 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 and all this precisely edited video of him just going snip, 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 and getting rid of, taking the parts off the screws. And then as he's showing him clean up all the stuff off of his desk, he actually shows all the little nubs and in a bucket, and he's got like thousands of these little nubs in a bucket from the kit. It's almost like he's got a hermetically sealed studio so that he can collect every single nub that comes off the thing. Okay, so those are cleaned up enough. Now we've got to go to the stickers. So the stickers, we want 17 and 17 and 18. So how is this actually going to sit? So they want it sitting like this. Okay. So they're all in that direction. Here's all our 17s. And we want 18 and 19. 18 and 19 are dependent on the side. We also got number 20. Okay. So these two rows are 17s and then these two rows are 20. Because you're going to put them along this edge and here, and then this edge and here. Okay. That makes sense. But I actually have it twice. So 17 and 17, two of them. Yeah, because we've got 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The math works out. The math checks out, guys. It's very much out. So 2 of them like that. Let's just take one off here. Yeah, either one. I don't think it's going to make much difference. Why am I doing it by hand? Because I feel like doing this one by hand. Because I feel like doing it in such a way that I can't line it up proper. Is that how you really feel? No, it's not. Okay, here's one. And then this one, supposedly, is going to go right in, just right, continue the straight. Right along to it like that. Okay, so there's one. Let's just continue our little trend here. Oh, that's fancy. Get 2 at once, which I don't need. Okay. There's one. I didn't put that getting that close, but that's not a big deal, I don't think. At least I hope. Seem to be getting a little faster at this. Okay, there's another one done. Okay. Alright, there's one side. So, shall we continue? Let's continue with the other side. Right? Flip them all over. I should just call this episode decal placement, sticker placement. Technically, this is my first one with the putting stickers on instead of decals. Normally, I don't do stickers. You know what I mean? Normally, I leave the stickers for the garbage. There we go. The thing I don't like about stickers is because they're thick. You can visually see that they are thick, and I don't like that. It's kind of like painting stripes on a car. You ever see a car with the stripes, and the stripes are painted, and you can tell that they're painted and not just stickers. And then when you see the stickers, you can actually feel with your finger the thickness difference. But when they're painted, that distinctive level change is not there. And just shows a different level of quality because it's actually painted on and not just a sticker that's been placed on the card. Now we're done. One more to go. just a terrible job laying that one down. So it's not all right. Much better. Now all right. Now we've got these little wraparound guys. Just kind of get them all started here in anticipation of needing them. They all do seem to be directional. And again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they need to wrap around. Yeah. And again, we want it on the edge, but it's like this sticker goes far beyond it. I can always trim the sticker if I have to, if I'm really hating it. The main thing is to get it mostly lined up. I think that's good enough. And you see how it's gone past. So, I'm just going to trim that. So that looks more precise, more better. It's more better. So they do go on certain directions. So that one's done. So this one's going to go here. I have a feeling I'm going to be trimming all of these. This one looks pretty good. Nope. This one will need trimming. Okay. Yes, a like would be appreciated. And subscribe. Just like she said in the song. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Hitting that like button is really appreciated. And subscribing helps too. Like and subscribe. It's just something that everybody asks for nowadays, isn't it? Some of these require a little bit more trimming than the others, but that's my fault. That's not any problem with the kit or the stickers themselves. That's just me not getting them 100% lined up. 1/4 of a millimeter gap, so it's not 100% lined up. Okay, so what needs to be trimmed? This one needs a trim. And this side needs just a little tiny bit. Okay, done. You look good. You look good. You. Good enough. Good enough. You need a little bit of a trim. And you need a big trim. There. Okay. Now, stickers are placed. And that's all we do with those for now. I need P7 and 8. P7 and 8. P7 and 8. These guys. And you're not seeing ×2, but I do have 2. Oh no, it's 9 and 10. Never mind. Never mind. Finally, something that's meaty. Okay. And then I need N20. I'm guessing that's here. 20. This might be visible, so one thing I've noticed, a lot of the red, the deep red parts are quite visible, and so I want to make sure I get the nubs trimmed good on this. I want to check something out real quick here. Okay. All right. Seems like I spent most of my time today applying decals. That's what it seems like. I mean, yeah, we're making progress. Got a couple of wings assembled, but that's about it, right? Considering that we don't have much left to go on this thing, other than applying stickers, I would have expected to have gotten further along than 3 panels on the book. But be that as it may, now I need R12. Are you R? No, you're M. R12. No idea how visible that's going to be. We will find out soon enough, though. So what do you guys think? Should I end the video here, or should I continue on? kind of want to continue on, because I feel like not much has been accomplished. But at the same time, my YouTube videos usually are only an hour long. That was got to be the shittiest job I've ever done at getting rid of a nub. I just hacked into this thing. Okay. Alright. So, N20 goes here. In theory. There we go. And then this thing goes in between these. How? Try it the right way around. That's an interesting little cutout. Wow. Weird. I don't know what the exclamation marks are all about, what they're trying to tell me. Q8 and N19. There's N19. Q8. Looks like the last part on the Q tree. Oh, not quite. There's still a couple left. Just because of I'm anticipating high visibility on this piece here. So I just want to make sure it's got a nice smooth transition and looks nice. Okay. I don't know why I was about to put it over there. Oh, because I was thinking of my razor file in my hand. It really is a total different technique building these Gundams or gunpla, if I'm going to say it correctly. A totally different experience and anything than putting together a normal model. Now I spent all that time getting rid of the nub marks, and that thing is completely hidden anyway. So which way does this go now? It looks like it's going to go like this, and they want it like that. Okay, just like that. Except we've got to do this twice, but they're not really directing me to do it again. Oops, throwing things around. Maybe on this other page. Yeah, they kind of have it over here. But I kind of already know the parts I need to assemble this off of those same trees. So I can just kind of do it again. That one, and then there was this one, that guy there, and then there was this piece, which is almost completely hidden, so I don't even need to worry about the nub marks on this guy. Okay. And I needed N20, which is this guy here. Again, nub marks not visible. It's almost like live and learn. Not really live and learn, but you know, you spend take a lot of care on the first side to do it all perfect, and then you get it assembled. Now you know what's going to be visible and what's not, and so when you've got to do the other side, you already know which nub marks you really need to clean and which ones you don't, right? So, for example, on this one, I know this I have to do nicely, right? It's got to be all nice. It's got to be nice. Okay, and that's nice. All these other ones, doesn't matter. As long as I don't have big nubs sticking out, they don't have to be super clean. Just gotta clean it off so that the part fits. Because these marks are going to be hidden. Okay, so we go back to this, going on to here. Oh, I didn't get my white pieces. I need these guys. Those help. It came off so clean, you barely feel it. Okay, so now this goes in here, kind of like this. And this goes over the top. Line up nicely. And take this and this. It almost feels like it could just fall out again. And then this, I guess this is going to be opposites. These fins face out to this thing, so we're going to do the same on this side. And there we go. Okay, so we've got both sides done. Looks like we can do some wings now. 01. And yeah, okay. 01. This has got to be it. Oh, number 1. Oh, number 1. Oh, number 1. Okay. Oh, number 1. I need N21. N21 is going to be highly seen, so doink and doink and doink. And then I need P3. 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 I'm basically building all 4 of these, but they all have slightly different numbers and which ones that all go together. So I don't want to just rip them all off the trees now when I'm not sure which sides go where and which ones are for which ones and stuff like that. So I do have a question for you guys. Just leave a comment down below. When it comes to me assembling or building these Gundam kits, are you interested in watching the whole process, or would you rather just see kind of like the assembly process, or maybe a more condensed video showing how the pieces go together? Basically, do you want me to edit my YouTube videos down to the point where you're basically just watching me put them together and you're not watching me clean the parts off or figuring out how it all goes together? Sometimes it's a bit of a process trying to figure out how it all fits, right? So I'd like to know what your guys' perspective is on that. Which ones you prefer to kind of watch and see. So I would like to get some feedback on that. For my Gundam builds, what do you prefer? Do you enjoy watching this whole process of not only figuring out how it goes together, but cleaning up the parts and cleaning up the nubs? I'd like to know. If basically I got no comments on that, then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. There's one. Okay, there's one wing. Now I got to do this 3 more times. There's where we build the other side. Bing, that's done. Yeah, so now we're going to do 04 with P4. So this shouldn't be too hard after this one to figure out which ones go where. Because they're going to be the them aside here. So that was that, and I need P4 and N22. That's 4. And the other two. Go with these guys. Okay, N22, right? Yes, N22. Okay. Cleanup time. I'd say, from what I've experienced on these Gundam builds, the amount of time it takes to clean up these parts properly so that they look good probably is equivalent, if not more time consuming than painting on a regular model kit, say like an F14 or 15 or 22 or whatever. In a sense, this is more time consuming because you have to get it right. And if you're not happy with the way it looks, then you just got to keep at it. Where painting really, I don't know, painting can be time consuming too, but only in how much detail you want, really. If you don't want to spend a lot of time painting, you don't have to. And I suppose if you don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning up your nub marks on your Gundam, you don't have to either. It just makes for an ugly looking Gundam. Other way. There we go. There's a nice snap in there. Now this is going to go like this. Let's put this on ahead of time. It's not until you put the parts together you really see your sticker line alignment, or lack thereof. That just goes over the top like that. Another one done. Alright, so we'll continue on with these other two. And we get to play the guessing game on which ones are which. But it's not that hard to do, so. Oh shit. I gotta grab my other glasses. Where did you go? This one apparently doesn't want to be assembled. I think it actually fell under my desk. Seems to be a typical thing. Oh no, there it is. Okay, where were we? Okay, clean up. Alright, so how clean are you? Almost good enough. Of course, almost isn't good enough. And now clean up the wings. There's not much to clean up on them. And there we go. Okay, cleanup's done. Now, they did want me to start off, they wanted me to put these together. So let's do that now before I get the last two wings assembled. So they're going to go like this. Oh, it snaps in nice. Nice. Oh, cool. And as they said on different reviews of this kit, these fit, either they sit like this or they sit closed. There's like, you definitely feel a notch that they lock into, which is perfectly alright with me. Okay, let's get these put together here. This goes on this side, but that's the wrong one. Go. So this one goes on this one. What does it? I got it backwards. There we go. There we go. Okay, then these guys go on. I can pick it up. And then one of these. This one? Nope. There we go. Wing number 3 together. four together, and then we put them, let's see, this would go like this. Nope. This. There we go. Shoo. Done. Okay. Just don't know what we're doing with these. We're going to flip the page here and drop a wing on the floor. Let's clean out this before I flip the page. So I've got a clean book. Okay, so we've already done this, we've done this. Now we're going to this one. I kind of want to do this in 2 videos because it seems like we've got a lot more to do than what I anticipated. So because of that, because we have more than what I anticipated, I'm going to take a break. So I'm going to leave this for now, and I'm going to call this it. I'm going to call it done for now. We got the wings assembled. And that's going to be it for now. So, what do I always say? I always say, hit that like button, hit subscribe. That helps me out a lot. It helps the algorithms really good. Thank you so much for coming out, and thanks for watching. If you want to join me on Twitch, why not do so? www.twitch.tv/duplicitous_29. Head on over to my Twitch, hit that follow button, and then you get notified when I go live, and you can talk to me while I'm doing this live. And it'll appear right here in the box that nobody ever seems to talk anyway, but that's okay. I don't mind. But you have the power, you have the opportunity if you so choose. If you want to see still pictures of my stuff that I've done, every time I finish one of these builds, whether it's a Gundam or a plane or a tank, whatever, I always upload it to my Instagram. And so you can go on my Instagram, Duplicitous29, and you can check out those pictures and take a look at what I've done. See if you like that stuff or not. Yeah, and if you want to actually send me a message, I do have a Twitter account too. You can message me on Twitter. I will put all my links to those things down in the little comment box below. And so yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna be done here for the day, and we'll continue this on in the next one, and hopefully we'll get her done, and then we'll be done, and we'll move on to my F-22 build. Yeah. Anyway, so thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to end it here, and yeah, we will see you all in the next one.